we'll see how this goes. It's pretty windy out today. I just had a few things on my mind that I felt like sharing, so I'm gonna jump. I was just unloading this pile of sawdust out of my truck, which is now over there. I was taking advantage of the warmer weather today and washing some mud off of it. It's been unusually warm today, yesterday. There have been a couple of days like this so far this winter where we're in the high 60s today, which is definitely abnormal for this time of year, but you know, that seems to be the direction things are moving. So it's simultaneously concerning. It's also, I mean, it is kind of nice. Like I said, I'm taking advantage of it, washing my truck. It's very comfortable out for doing work. So, and I was over here. There was a few pieces of wood. You can probably see right here, just little scraps in with the sawdust. And I was throwing them out around this tree. And I just began reflecting on what things were like when I first arrived here, which was, you know, kind of middle of spring last year, 2022. That would have been around April. And I do have some footage from then, which I'd like to share. We'll see how that goes, because the footage I took, you know, I've had to transfer it from my phone to my computer. And the way that I did it, it seems that I've lost a lot of quality. And the videos are just really not high def anymore. So I'm not sure if they'll make it into any videos just because of the quality. But it would be nice to show you guys what it looked like back then. Let me just explain a little bit about what it looked like last year and some of the things that I'm doing different now, kind of what prompted me to this reflection. Basically, up until the time that I got here, all of the grass on this site has been managed by our neighbors. You know, they cut the grass and they prefer to keep it very, very short. It's mostly warm season grasses. As you can see, it's dormant right now, even though we've had tons of rain. And it's not very healthy. I think partially because it's cut so short. There's a lot of Roundup sprayed along the fence lines and things like that. And it gets real hot and dry in the summertime, so we need more ground cover in order to be able to conserve the moisture, the little bit of moisture that we get. But anyway, this area here around these trees, this is where I have started taking over management back in this section. You can see the grass is taller back here. When I first arrived, the lawnmower would typically come right up to these trees. There was no mulch, so the lawnmower would get, you know, as close as you could get with the wheels up to the base of this tree. And so if we come down here real close, this is the tallest the grass ever gets in years past. And this is the level of ground cover you get. It's very sparse. In my opinion, that's not much different than bare ground. Not only was it was like this, you know, in years past, but it was actually like this last year as well, last summer. Because I was mostly operating on that side of the trees. On this front, the mower was still coming right up to this small amount of mulch that I've placed. So now I've moved a bunch of these logs to just delineate, like this is an area that I'm now trying to manage differently. You know, they can still keep cutting the grass over here until I get a mower and maybe cut it less frequently myself. And I'm gonna try to just get more ground cover here. You know, if I had unlimited access to mulch, I would mulch this whole thing. You know, that'd be great. I don't have access to unlimited mulch. So we're gonna let plants do that, living mulch. I've scattered some seeds here and there as I've collected wildflower seeds, but again, this has all happened in winter time, so nothing has really grown yet. There are some things coming up on their own from the seed bank, right? I don't really care what pops up in here, honestly. Over time, I'll definitely be managing it and taking certain things out because I want it to mostly be, you know, grasses and wildflowers and things with a, you know, focus more on the native varieties. In the short term, I'm just excited to have any plant cover come up. What made me reflect on this today was I saw some of the little plants coming up and I just thought to myself, you know, where have you been? And then I remembered, they've probably been sprouting up all the time over the past many years and just getting cut back by the mower. And it's like, now's the first chance that this seed bank is having to actually express itself in a very long time. Certainly some things will pop up that I don't want, I'm sure of that, and I'm prepared to do some weeding and selection and all that, but I'm excited to see what pops up. And you know, whenever I do have extra mulch and compost, I will be putting it down here. It's not like I'm not going to do any, but I just don't have a ton to spare right now.